And hello all my fellow nerds out there, this is Richie and welcome back once again to Doki Doki Vigilante. So, last time we finished off chapter 3, a very sweet ending to it. We saw some of the extras there in the gallery. I actually took a look at the music room after I stopped recording for a bit as well. But, today we're going to be continuing the game. We're going to be going through chapter 4, which is still a demo, by the way. It's not fully released as far as I'm aware. But this... I want to see what they have in the demo. I want to see what they're going to tease for us in this part. So, anyways, chapter 4 demo. And then if I have some time, maybe we could probably do some paralogs. Where the hell am I? I look around and see nothing but darkness. Wait, this place again? What's this creepy looking jack-o'-lantern want now? Richie? I turn around towards a familiar voice speaking to me. Wait, you're here too? And you're in your outfit. She looks down at herself, inspecting her clothes. I guess this was a surprise to her too. That's strange. You're in yours also. I looked down to confirm her statement. And surely enough, I am. Huh, I guess I didn't notice. Maybe the big guy wanted to look presentable. Though I thought these meetings were only held one-on-one. Same here. I suppose whatever he has to say affects both of us. That it does. A booming voice bellows through the void. We both look around, trying to spot the source of the signature voice, until he slowly appears before us. Oh, there he is again. He's so sick. We have much to discuss, especially due to recent events. He focuses his eyes on me. I glare back at him. Okay, yeah, I did it. You happy? The end of that mortal's life does not amuse me. What does is that you've finally given up your absurd mindset. There was no plausible way for you to win this game without getting your hands dirty. I look away from him, trying to focus on something else. Though that's kind of hard when there's nothing else here. Win? I abruptly face Monica. What do you mean by win? And you, once again, referred to all this as a game. So if that's what it is, then who are we up against? A giant lull appears in the conversation. Monica stares at the overseer fiercely, waiting for an answer. I once again apologize. Well, I once again cannot provide you with that information. It's an answer you must find yourself. Monica scowls, clearly dissatisfied with his answer. In any case, there is something I wish to give you both. Aw, you got us a gift? I'm flattered. Not necessarily a gift. More so an upgrade. In the beginning, I supplied you both with the tools you needed to take on your enemies. However, it now seems they've been starting to grow more resilient. You're talking about those yellow-eyed guys, right? Precisely. Your regular equipment won't be very effective against these types. So I'm providing you with something stronger. I'm taken aback by his kind gesture. Who knew such a big scary guy like him could be so nice? Wow, thanks? Do not mistake this as generosity. I am merely doing what I must to make this game more entertaining. So I take it we'll be able to call these new weapons once we're back in the real world. Just like our other equipment. The overseer nods. Well then, we should probably schedule in some training today to see what we're dealing with. Monica turns towards me. You fine with that? Yeah, might as well. Don't want to jump into a group of criminals with my pants down after all. We both share a smile at one another. That is all I wish to tell you. I will now be sending you back. Do not disappoint me. Stupid damn. Without bothering to open my eyes, I stretch over my hand and phone to tap the screen and stop the alarm. But it doesn't stop. I try tapping a few more times, however you want to use to play. Huh? I slowly open my arms to bring the phone towards me. Once it begins to adjust, I slowly notice that this isn't my phone. There's a pop-up on the screen asking for a pin. Before I can even think about trying one, a small hand snatches the phone away. I look over to see Monica tapping the screen in rapid succession. Finally, the alarm stops. Oh, yeah, this isn't my room. Monica lightly giggles to herself. I readjust myself in the bed, still feeling slightly tired. This bed is great. It's like I'm laying on a cloud. Well, I'm glad you like it so much. But come on, we have to get up. Monica says up and begins to look at her phone. School starts in about. She suddenly trails off. An hour ago? That's not proper grammar. Oh my god, we're late! Wait, what? Ow! I suddenly pushed out of the bed, laying on the floor. Ow! I quickly get up and see Monica frantically moving around the room, getting her stuff together. I just don't get it. How can we sleep for that long? Maybe I had to do something with the overseer talking to us. It could have also been how tired we were last night. Okay, none of that matters right now. We have to go! Right. I started looking around the room for my clothes. Wait, I don't live here. Damn it, I'll meet you outside. I throw my shoes and run out of Monica's house. Oh, it just transitions like that. Okay, that's funny. I walk out of my house and see Monica standing outside, impatiently tapping her foot. I'm surprised she waited for me. Even if she looks like she was waiting to tear me apart. I jog up to her. There you are. What took you so long? Relax, it only took like 10 minutes. Also, some shampoo got in my eyes while I was taking a shower, so that did slow me down a bit. I started briskly walking towards the school. I'm sorry if I've been a bit pushy. Nah, it's fine. I'm assuming this is your first time being late. No, I've been late before. It's just that they were all excused or only a few minutes at most. I've never been this late before. I see. I take out my phone and check the clock. Well, it looks like we only missed our first class, so there shouldn't be too much to worry about. We could just go to those classes during lunch and ask what we missed. Then we can work on it during the club meeting. Michael lets out a sigh of relief once they say all that. You're right. I guess I was overreacting a little bit. Thanks, Richie. It's no problem. Sometimes we tend to overthink problems that have really simple solutions. I bet you're quite the master at simple thinking. Hey, what are you trying to say? I playfully bump her on my shoulder as she continues to giggle. We eventually make our way to the front of the school. I hold the door open, allowing her to enter first. What a gentleman! I walk in behind her before shouting it. Wow, it's so quiet. Empty, too. It's really surreal seeing the hallway like this compared to how it usually is. Monica walks to the left of me. Well, my class is over this way. So I'll see you at lunch, okay? Alright, see ya. I raise my non-moving hand and get ready to walk to class. So Monica quickly pecks me on the cheek. I can't help but widen my eyes and freeze in response. She's clearly aware of how off guard I was, since I can hear her giggle to herself while making her way to class. After standing there like a dork for a few seconds, I once again start walking to my class. It's strange though. Most times when I walk in these hallways, I feel a slight sense of dread. Mainly due to how much I really don't want to be here this early. But I don't feel that right now. In fact, I kind of feel happy. Am I feeling this way because of that kiss? Is this what it feels like to have a girlfriend? Man, if anyone heard my thoughts right now, I'd be in so much shit for it. Especially if that person is Natsuki. After new. Oh, wait, whoa. New background? Okay. Freaking love the Persona. I really love the Persona music. I haven't played any of the games, but I love the music. There's the vending machine. I don't know why it's so far away from the snack machine, though. It just seems so inconvenient. As I approach the machine, I notice two people sitting at the stairs beside it. Wait a minute, I know those two people. Hey, Yuri, Natsuki. Oh, hello, Richie. Yo. I didn't know this was where you ate lunch. Yeah, we started doing it like last year. Ever since then, it's kind of just become our thing. I see. Natsuki sets her food to the side of her and stands up. Anyway, what are you doing around here? Nothing, just getting a drink. I walk closer to the vending machine, inspecting my options. What to get? While mulling this over, I soon get a feeling that I'm being stared at. I turn to see Natsuki looking over my shoulder. Or at least the best she can manage at her height. May I help you? Just seeing if you're gonna make the right choice. Huh? How can I make a wrong choice? It's a vending machine. Simple. If you pick the Manta, you're wrong. Hey, what's wrong with Manta? Is Manta supposed to be like a in-universe Fanta? Fanta, do you want a Fanta, Fanta? Friggin' love that commercial. See? I knew you had bad taste. Fine then, what should I get? She was close to the machine looking over all the options. Mad Bull isn't too bad. Okay, how many parodies can you stick in one mod? Let's find out, shall we? Yeah, if you like a tongue. That phrase is mumbled by Yuri, but it's just loud enough for Natsuki and I to hear it. What was that? Natsuki, Mad Bull tastes like motor oil. Hey, it's not that bad. Sure, it doesn't taste the best, but the kick it gives you is pretty good. There are plenty of other drinks that give you a kick that tastes please better. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that you're an Earl Green, huh, Yuri? She turns to face me, looking somewhat offended by my comment. And what makes you say that? You know, because you really enjoy tea and stuff? Well, yes, it is true that I have appreciation for tea. This appreciation only works against Earl Green's favor. It's not as rich as all the other authentic teas. Fine, then what do you think you should get? You're leaning close forward to try to get a better look at the machine. I do not think these girls' opinionated nature is extended to something as small as beverages. But I mean, for me personally, I just grab a pineapple coconut clear American sparkling water. Not sponsored. Don't worry, I'm not actually sponsored by them. But it's like one of my favorites. Like pineapple coconut is just really good. By the time final decision is made, lunch is gonna be nearly over. Go with the second maid. Second maid instead of minute maid. I've seen you and Sayori drink it before, so I'm assuming it's something you enjoy. Huh, I guess it would be healthier than Manta. Got any objections, Natsuki? No complaints here. Can't really go wrong with juice. I put the money to the machine, get right, check it a second. Wait, don't get that flavor though. Pink lemonade is so much better. I get the pink lemonade flavor as Natsuki suggested and let the machine do its job. Once my drink is released from its prison, I lean down and grab it. Well, thanks for all the help, girls. Even if I never asked for any of it. If you guys ever want to join us up on the rooftop, feel free to stop by whenever. Goodbye, Richie. See you at the club. Tell Sayori and Monica that they're dorks. I'll pass it along. Natsuki and Yuri go back to sitting down as I make my way up to the rooftop. I open the door, drink in hand, to find Sayori in the middle of telling Monica a story of some kind. And then BAM! Ran right into the sliding door. Oh my gosh, was he okay? He got up super quick and tried to pretend like he was okay. Though I could see a tear or two drop from his eyes. Aww. Natsuki told me you guys are dorks. How would she say that? Sayori looks genuinely upset while Monica giggles at the comment. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right. So he hits the sliding door and then... Wait, are you seriously telling her that story? I thought you said you wouldn't tell anyone. Sorry. It's just so cute. Oh, I forgot the best part. For days after, he would always stick his hand out before walking through just to make sure the door was actually open. It was hard to see. I mean, yeah, fair. I was like 8. Actually, you were 9. Shut it. I don't want to hear from the girl who didn't want to go to the music park because she was afraid of the mascot suits. Sayori's eyes widened at my comment. Aw, Sayori. Hey, it's really large. Besides, I grew out of it. Yeah, when you were 12. Shut up. You two are so cute. There's no need to be embarrassed. Everyone has those kinds of stories from when they were kids. The voice on Sayori's face as well as my own starts to fade away. Fair point. Yeah, I guess it's not as bad as since it happened so far in the past. Unlike the time Monica fell asleep in the club room. Huh? Oh, I didn't think I heard this story before. Hey, this attack is completely unprovoked. I was hoping you two feel better. Well, it happened right around the beginning of club, so only yours truly was there to witness it. Sayori! Oh, it's so cute. After school. Look, all I'm saying is, every single day we're in that class, he always picks me for the question. I don't know the answer to. I think he just hates me. He doesn't hate you. It's because you're always talking. Yeah, you too. You're the one who always starts it. Maybe he wouldn't pick on you so much if you'd pay more attention in class. Yeah, well, maybe I wouldn't talk so much if you didn't always reply. He crosses his arms and looks off to the side. I merely cut my eye at him before chuckling at myself. I'll try to ignore you next time then. That's all I ask. See you tomorrow, man. See ya. We both go our separate ways, with me continuing to walk towards the club room. It's weird how much Shinji reminds me of Sayori. Do I just attract people like that? Honestly, he'd probably have better luck going after someone like her than Yuri. I turned one more corner and am met with quite a surprise waiting outside the clubroom door. Monica? She's leaning up against the wall looking at her phone. Why is she out in the hall? Is she locked out? Susan looks around and spots me. Took you long enough. You really shouldn't keep a girl waiting so much, you know. Sorry, I didn't know you were waiting for me. Or that anyone was waiting for me, for that matter. What held you back for so long, anyway? Shinji got us in trouble with the teacher, so we had to stay after for a bit so he couldn't lecture us. Oh, I see. You know, I'm starting to think he's not the best influence on you. Hey, you have nothing to worry about. I don't follow or look up to the guy at all. He's just a nice guy to hang out with. Well, that's good at least. Besides, when almost all the people you know at the school are girls, you gotta have some guy friends to even it out. So, why are you waiting for me in the first place? Is this something couples are supposed to do? No, it's not that. It's just... Her eyes trail off to the side a bit. I want to tell the club about our relationship. Oh? Is that it? I mean, sure. I don't really see why you needed me for this, though. That's not all of it. I only want the club to know. No one else. Her face takes on a more serious expression after she says this. Ah, I see where I think I see where this is going. Oh, I see. I scratched the back of my head, semi-unsure of how to feel in this situation. Is it because you're embarrassed of me, or... What? No. God, no. I could never be embarrassed of you. If anything, I'm doing this to protect you. Huh? Protect me? Protect me from who? The whole school. When she says that, I start to realize what's going on here. You know how I'm seen around here? One of the most popular and smartest girls in the school, ex-leader of the debate club and student council. Wait, you used to be a leader of the student council? Yes, but that's a story for another time. Right, sorry. My point is, a lot of eyes are on me constantly, which has led to tons of nasty rumors being spread as well. Wait, seriously? I know I've heard people spread some shitty things, but never heard anything about Monica. Maybe it's one of those things that only the more popular kids hear about? Wait, is this why some people are afraid to befriend her? Luckily, none of them gain much traction due to how outlandish they are, but that doesn't stop them from being spread. And I just don't want you to have to deal with all of that. Especially not from Stacy. She slightly grumbles at last part, saying it between an exhale. Stacy? The girl that, like, you helped out, but then got stood up by her date? Uh, yeah, her. I'm actually surprised you remember that. Yeah, I am too. I guess I really like hearing what you have to say. I bashfully scratched the back of my head again. Aw, Richie. You don't know how much that means to me to hear you say that. I do. Because I remember you told me that your problem with other guys was that they never listened to you. I put on a smug grin. Okay, now you're just showing off. A little. To get back to topic though, I'm okay with keeping us a secret. Mostly because it seems like it means a lot to you. And, well, it doesn't really matter to me. I grab both Monica's hands, interlocking them with my own. I don't really care if the world knows or not, so long as I get to be by your side. So, if we have to keep our love a secret, then so be it. I try to make eye contact with Monica, but after saying that something like that, it's really hard not to be embarrassed. Luckily, she seems to reciprocate the look on her face. Thank you, Richie. She wraps her arms around me, going for a kiss. Aww, it's so cute. Besides, it'll kind of be like we're Romeo and Juliet, a couple forced to keep a relationship a secret from public. You know how the play ends, right? On second thought, Romeo and Juliet is highly overrated. She lets out a few giggles as soon as we let go of one another. Okay, you ready? Yeah. But fair warning, Sayori is terrible at keeping secrets. Oh, trust me. I know. A hint of bitterness is present in her voice as she says this. Someone tells me Monica's nap in the club wasn't supposed to be public knowledge. Once we walk through the door, the usual scene greets us. Sayori's drawing something on a sheet of paper. Natsuki's reading a manga by the closet. And Yuri's reading manga at the desk furthest from the door. Wait. Yuri's reading a manga? Huh. Wonder how Natsuki managed that. Okay, everyone. May I have your attention, please? All the girls turn towards us, each of them making their way in front of the room. Is everything okay, Monica? Yes, everything is fine. It's just, Richie and I have an announcement we'd like to share. She looks over at me with a smile, to which I reciprocate. Oh? Are you two finally official? Sayori lets out a gasp. Jeez, Natsuki. Couldn't let us do it our way, huh? Sorry. Maybe if you guys didn't wait so long, it would have been an actual surprise. Wait, so you guys are like, actually boyfriend-girlfriend now? Monica and I nod. I'm so happy for you two. Sayori embraces the both of us, jumping up and down in process. Sayori! I repeatedly try to squirm me out of her grasp while Monica just laughs along, accepting her fate. Eventually, Sayori lets go of us, allowing me to feel my arms again. And here I thought Richie was going to be alone for the rest of his life. Huh? You really had little faith in me? You spend most of your nights watching anime and playing video games. What did you think? What did you want me to think? Okay, fair point. Congratulations, you two. I'm delighted to see you two officially become an item. And it makes me feel even better knowing that I played a big part in it. Excuse me? You weren't the only one who helped. I was the one who pushed him into asking her out. That may be true, but it was I who came up with her he came to first for advice. Yeah, well, why do you think he came to me afterwards? Before I stepped in, he was like a scared dog sitting with his tail between his legs. Oh my god, will you two just kiss already? Dude, I would laugh so hard if my character says that. Like, come on, this is like the perfect moment. Perfect moment for me to tease back. Like, come on, devs. You get, like, if one of the developers of this mod is watching this video, please, for the love of God, add that to the mod. I want my character to be smug. Oh, please. He would have asked her out eventually. All he did was expedite the process. That's way more than what you did. Hey, break it up, you two. There's no need to compete over something like this. Yeah, you both helped steer me in the right direction. I'd be lost without either of you. They'll just look at each other. Both girls look at each other. And then let out a sigh. I suppose you're right. Yeah. I guess someone like you would be the clueless enough to need two people to support ya. They both smile at that remark, to which I just take on the chin, giving no response. I'd much rather them tease me than be at each other's throats. They're like an old married couple. What was I saying? I say. Wait, you went to Natsuki and Yuri for advice? You didn't ask me? Why didn't you ask me? Sayori glares at me with expectant eyes. Isn't it obvious? You would have teased me about it the entire time. Hey, I would have helped you after. Besides, you had Natsuki to help you. That's a good point, actually. Man, she's on a roll today. Wait, can we just change the subject, please? Actually, there is something else we need to talk about. That being festival preparations. Oh, right! The festival! Are you really sure you want to go through with this again? Last year was pretty embarrassing. I still get weird looks from the other students every time I visit the library. Yuri closed her eyes dejectedly. I know last year was a total bust due to, well, a lot of things. But I think this year might be different, you know? Yuri and Natsuki don't seem very convinced. The hopeful smile on Monika's face begins to fade. Seems like she couldn't fully convince herself either. Monika's right. Everyone quickly turns towards Sayori, her voice breaking the silence. I think this year can be different. Last year was our first time being in an event like this. I think it's a little obvious that it wasn't going to be the best. But now we can use what we learned from that experience to make this year's event great. Sayori puts her hands on Monika's shoulder once she says this. A small smile reappears on Monika's face. Thank you, Sayori. Most of last year's problems came from poor management, which was no one's fault but my own. I gave you all way too much work to do by yourselves, which likely caused you all a lot of your mistakes. And for that I apologize. Monika. However, I won't be making that same mistake again. A burst of confidence flows through Monika's voice. To make things go smoother this time, we're going to be splitting up into teams. That way, everyone has someone there to not only act as a safety net, but in case of mistakes, but to boost efficiency as well. We all ponder the idea, nodding our heads affirmatively. I think that's a wonderful idea, Monika. I remember wishing for an opportunity to practice performing my poem first before having to go upstage. Oh, well, in that case, why don't you and I partner up, Yuri? We can work on the pamphlets and the banners and the scented candles. Afterwards, you can practice performing your poem in front of me. I like that. Oh, then Natsuki and I can team up to draw the poster and bake cupcakes. No, we're not. Huh? Why not? Do you really think I could trust you to make cupcakes? Oh, come on. I won't eat all of them. You're not even denying that you're going to steal some. A blatant lie like that would do nothing more than hurt my credibility. Well, I guess I could use extra pair of hands in the kitchen. So, why not? Hey! Then the teams are set. Big smiles that find themselves on all the girls' faces. All of them looking like they're ready to rewrite history. Ahem. Wait a minute. Hey, what am I on? Everyone's eyes trail over towards me at the realization that I was forgotten. I liked how they were all lined up from tallest to shortest. Oh, right! I forgot we have an odd number of members now. Sorry, Richie. Hey, no hard feelings. I'm perfectly fine playing the cheerleader. I'm also pretty much useless when it comes to all those things mentioned, so I doubt I'd be any assistance. Hey, you're not getting out of this that easy. Very quickly grasped my arm. Huh? You're gonna help Natsuki and I bake cupcakes. I am? He is? Well, yeah. You talked about how you could use extra pair of hands when it comes to baking. So what's another pair of hands? Sayori, haven't you heard the saying too many cooks will spoil the broth? No? But it's a good thing we're making cupcakes then. I roll my eyes while I hear Monika and Yuri giggle. I guess it could be pretty useful to have someone on hand to make sure Sayori doesn't eat too many cupcakes. So what do you say, dummy? Yin? I move my hand on my chin, thinking this over the choice. As much as I'd like to be on Monika's team, scented candles and pamphlets aren't really my thing. Plus, baking could seem pretty fun, even if I have no idea where to begin. I wonder if I could get Natsuki to give me a few pointers. Alright, how about you with the cupcake fiends? Yes! Okay, now the teams are set. I'll try talking to the faculty tomorrow to see if I can get us a day off before the day of the festival to work. Tonight, I want you all to go home and create a poem you'll be reading for the event. And tomorrow, you can share the poem if you like. Sounds good? We all nod our heads. Okay, with that out of the way, we can continue the rest of today's meeting. Yes, speaking of that, hey Yuri? What's the name of that manga you were reading earlier? Been looking for some new series to pick up. Yuri stares at me in shock. I don't know what you're talking about. She looks away, mumbling her responses. Before Monika caught everyone's attention, you were reading a book. and said book didn't seem to resemble the type of books you usually read. I smirk at her, my tone getting more playful as I speak. I think you're mistaken, Richie. You were reading manga and you didn't tell me? Yuri, if you don't tell me what you're reading, we won't be able to discuss all the important aspects of it. Like, who's your favorite character? Who do you ship? Your favorite headcanons? I need to use the bathroom. Aww. Yuri briskly runs out of the room. Hey, here! Nevsky proceeds to give chase, running out of the clubroom as well. Wow, I think that's the fastest I've seen Yuri run. Well, not counting the time at the beach, of course. It's really nice to see that these are more rare sides of the girls, as opposed to what I usually see. Sayori! I saw that cookie drop on the floor. 7-second rule. That's not even the right rule. It's 5 seconds. I sat down at the nearby desk and watched the rest of the scene play out before me. How is she going to get out of this one? Tune in next time. Poor Sayori. Yeah. And kicked the train dummy with my left leg. Then follow up with 2 quick jabs, one from each hand. I take a moment of respite before continuing. I roundhouse kick the dummy with the right leg, before quickly following with 1 jab and then a hook. I eventually stop and take a swig of water, sitting down. My punches are starting to feel faster. Same goes for my kicks, but they still don't feel as fast as my punches do. I take another sip of water, glancing at my surroundings. Jeez, I've been hitting the thing for like half an hour and still no sign of Monica? Hope everything is alright. I pull out my phone and get ready to text her. Hey, you coming? A few minutes go by with no response being sent. I hope she didn't end up taking a nap once she got home. I could be pretty guilty of that. Oh, sorry. I'm on my way right now. Aw. Guess I woke her up. I put my phone back in my pocket as I stand back up. Okay, break time's over. Time to get back to beating up the dummy. I position myself in front of the threatening pretend enemy. I throw a fist at the. Ugh, seriously? I just put it away. I begrudgingly reach back in my pocket, grab my phone, and unlocking the screen. Yo! You read the new chapter of Shining Sword yet? New chapter? They only drop the new chapters on Tuesdays. Are you dumb? Oh. Holy shit. Lol, you're such a dummy. The chapter is pretty good. Don't spoil anything. I wasn't gonna. I'm out right now, but I'll read it once I get home. OMG, you're actually touching grass. Bite me, gremlin. Nice to see you're hard at work. I slowly look up from my phone. Man, her timing sucks. Hey, I'll have you know, I was messing that dummy up before you got here. Look, you can see some of the marks I left on him. I point towards the dummy to prove my point. I guess I'll believe you this time. She playfully squints her eyes at me before taking off her bag. What took you so long? And why are you still in uniform? Well, I actually haven't dropped by my house yet. Wait, seriously? Then why were you so late? Well, every Tuesday after school, I help the art teacher clean her classroom. Why does everything happen on a Tuesday? Wait a minute, you spent this entire time cleaning a classroom? Because I've seen that room and it's not that big. Not exactly. You see, once I was done, I started heading home. I saw an old lady getting ready to cross the street, so I decided to help her. Oh, well, that was nice. All the way to her house. Wait, what? In the complete opposite direction of my own. Monica. Well, what did you want me to do? Leave her to find her house on her own? Did she even ask you for help? I know she wanted me to. Sigh. You really need to learn how to say no to people. You're kind of starting to become a pushover. Hey! I'm not a pushover. I just really like helping people is all. It just feels so rewarding to help someone in need, you know? A sincere smile spreads across her face. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm just worried that you're overworking yourself. Everyone has their limits, Monica. You gotta learn to look out for yourself sometimes. I put my hands on her shoulders. Alright? Yeah, alright. She wraps her arms around me and embraces me tightly, to which I reciprocate. I'm not much of a hugger, but I can make an exception for Monika's hugs. Well, now that you're here, we can finally see these new weapons OS was talking about. OS? Yeah, stands for Overseer. Always having to call him the Overseer is such a mouthful. Yeah, but OS makes it sound like he lives in a computer. Plus, wouldn't it be TOS since he's the Overseer? I give Monica a puzzled look. That doesn't sound much better. It makes him sound like he's a terms agreement. Actually, that wouldn't be too far from the truth. That actually is kind of accurate. Wait, isn't the word "the" even part of his name? Monica shrugs in response. Whatever. Let's just try to summon our weapons. Actually, can you hold on for just a second? I kind of need to change first. Oh, right. My bad. Monica picks up her bag and jogs towards the house. Now that she's gone, I quickly take my phone out once again. I tap the app I use to read manga on my phone. It's a premium service, so it's nothing shady. Plus, it's kind of cheap, too. Though if Mom found out I was spending some of my money on this, she'd probably kill me. I click on the manga of choice sent. Seriously? I have to log in again? I just used it like a few hours ago, back at the club. I basically put in my login information, hoping it's done before Monica gets back. Okay, there. Now I can... Right, I'm ready. Damn it. My eyes look up to see Monica standing before me once again, only this time in her standard white crop top. Not sure if I'll ever get used to seeing her in that. But hey, I'm not complaining. Alright, so... how do we summon them again? He never told us. Maybe we're meant to figure it out on our own? You say that as if it's simple to do. Doesn't hurt to try. Let me see. I watch Monica as her hand reaches down to her side, pretending to hold the sword in its scabbard. And then she makes a pulling motion and... a rapier materializes in her hands as she points it up towards the sky. Whoa! We both stare at it all for a moment before a huge smile creeps up on Monica's face. Wow! You're telling me? How did you know how to do that? I didn't really. I just had that feeling, I guess. Though, now that I think about it, it kind of feels instinctual. She slowly lowers her hands to get a better look at her new weapon. Ooh! Wait. Okay, hold up. That is a cool-ass rapier design. What? The hilt has a very mystical-looking shape and a shiny black finish to the blade. It almost looks perfect for her. Shan quickly points the tip of the blade towards me, making me jump. A smug grin plastered on her face. Now it's time to give it a test. Hey, chill out. I don't even have mine yet. I'm just joking. This is a real blade. Just like our knives, it'd be way too dangerous to use these on one another. Safety didn't seem to be priority when you were beating me up at all the other training sessions. But I guess it is harder to come back from a sword slash. Okay, now you try. Okay. I do the same thing she did and pretend to grab my imaginary hilt from my side. I make a pulling outward motion and... nothing. Huh? It didn't work? How about the other side? I try to say that with the other side of my waist. Still nothing. What gives? I want a cool sword. Monica and I think for a moment. Until suddenly Monica snaps her fingers. Try pulling from behind your back. Okay. If you say so. I was both my hands behind my back, once again pretend to grip an imaginary hilt. Two hands just feels right for some reason. Alright, moment of truth. I close my eyes and pull both my hands forward. Oh, wait, it worked! I materialize a katana in both my hands and point it upwards. Ooh, wait, so I'm guessing both of them look like this and the red part is the scabbard? I can also feel a sheath appear on my back as well. A katana? Yes! This is so cool! I excitedly swing the katana around, pretending to do some slicing motions. Oh, take it easy there, samurai! I'd like to keep all 10 of my fingers and toes, thank you. Sorry. I set the sword to my shoulders, letting the blade rest on it. So how are we gonna train with these things? The same way we trained before, using the dummies. Well, I gotta point towards the training dummies. However, I might be able to borrow some wooden swords from the Kendo Club we can use. That way we'll be able to actually practice against each other, simulating an actual fight. Alright, cool. Next question. We have a Kendo Club? You really don't pay attention to our school much, do you? Hey, I just show up because I'm legally required to do so. Monica playfully rolls her eyes and slightly giggling at my remark. Anyway, to get back on track, how about we practice with our starting positions? I give her a nod while she adjusts her stance. Then she brings her blade over her shoulder, getting ready to slash. Since my sword is different, we won't have the same starting position. You have to try and see what fits most comfortably for you. Okay. I play around with the positioning of where I want the slice to begin. Here? No. What about this? Finally, I get a spot that I like. I position the blade down towards the ground, holding it at my side with one hand. This thing is actually pretty light. Holding it one-handed is pretty easy. Okay, now let's practice swinging. You seem to know a lot about this. Oh, I don't. I'm honestly just going off what I think we should do. Well, it sounds right, so I say keep going. I prepared myself, getting ready to attack the dummy. Don't hit anything yet, just swing it at the air. Or not. I reluctantly do as she says and swing the air a couple times. Are you able to keep it stabilized? What do you mean? You need to make sure it's stable when you swing it. Otherwise you can miss, or not do as much damage to the enemy. Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle as well. I watch Monica get a feel for her blade as she swings it through the air a few times as well. I copy her but in my own way to accommodate for the fact that I have a katana instead. Monica then pauses to put her sword in position again and faces the dummy. Oh, that's what the dummy looks like. That's funny. She cuts a thin, deep gash across the chest of it. Monica's eyes widen at the damage dealt. You make it look really easy. You try. Maybe it isn't as hard as you think. After swinging it a few more times, I go ahead and swipe at the dummy as well. A large chunk of it flies off upon impact. Oh, she's right. That wasn't hard at all. Why is that, though? Hey, do you think these powers are helping us adapt to these weapons quicker or something? Because I've never swung a sword in my entire life. I was just thinking the same thing. I suppose the idea isn't too far-fetched. Expecting two normal teenagers to be able to handle weapons like these without any prior knowledge would be ridiculous. It's still weird though, because even though I was able to attack the dummy, I still feel a lot of resistance when I use this thing. Feels like I'd tire myself out if I kept going like this. I suppose some training is still required then. We better get to work. We can spend tonight working on this, and tomorrow I'll pick up the fake swords. Then next time we can spar with them. Sounds good to me. I wonder if swinging a wooden stick at her would be easier to get used to than punching her. Dad always said don't punch girls. Never say anything about wooden weapons though. We continue sparring with the training dummy set for the rest of the day. Yuri looks over at my poem carefully. Monica said for us to write poems yesterday for the event, but I luckily already had done one. So I'm sharing it with Yuri. Even though it was said that poem sharing was optional today, I decided to go through with it anyway. This will be the one that she finally likes. After a moment of looking over, Yuri speaks up. Your style of writing doesn't intrigue me much. I instantly regret my decision. It's sort of bleak, with not much going on. It's that bad, huh? I wouldn't necessarily call it bad per se. It just doesn't suit my taste. If it helps though, you've improved a lot since your first poem. Would have been nicer to start with that. I'm sorry. I wasn't intending to sound rude. It's fine. It's nice to know I've gotten better at least. I think I can live with the fact that my poems aren't your cup of tea. Your standard for quality is probably really high considering how amazing your poems always are. I wouldn't say they're that high. Does she realize she's insulting me? Nevertheless, I do believe you can improve even further. If you set your mind to it, of course. Sound a lot like Monica right now, Yuri. Though my opinion doesn't really matter. Hey, don't say that. If I didn't value your opinion, I wouldn't be bringing it to you to begin with. It's always good to see different viewpoints, right? Yuri nods, her smile growing bigger. Thank you, Richie. That means a lot, but you should continue doing what you're most comfortable with. It's what I do when I write. Despite you not really understanding despite others not understanding them, not just you. Not to say you don't understand them. Hey, I understand them. Sometimes. Yuri giggles to herself. Of course you do. No interpretation is wrong. Unless they're mine. Damn, why didn't she figure out I didn't understand her poems? I thought I was so good at hiding it. Before a conversation could continue, Monica's voice could be heard across the room. Okay, everyone, today's meeting is almost over, so I want to go over some things before we go. We all make our way to the front of the room. So I was able to talk to the faculty to give us a day off tomorrow to work on festival preparations. Whoa, for real? For real? Siri sounds a lot like Ryuji right now. Wow, way to go, Monica. How'd you pull that off? Simple. I told them that all the other clubs could use the day off as work as well. Using everyone as leverage to get them to say yes. Nice. Shows you how much they know. I heard most of the clubs are pretty much ready for the festival. They just have to set it all up before Friday. Are you sure we're going to be able to finish everything tomorrow, Monica? Don't worry, guys. We got this. Our event isn't nearly as big as everyone else's. All we need are poems, snacks, banners, and of course, us. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't we all wear yukatas for the event? You know, like the ones they wear at fireworks festivals. Why? Because it's a school festival, duh. It would help us stand out from everyone else. Yeah, but it's not even summer anymore. Won't we look like weirdos wearing yukata in the middle of fall? You say that, yet I heard one of the clubs is planning to host a maid cafe. Well, as long as we're not the stupidest looking ones. I'm down for it. I don't know, Natsuki, not being the last to agree? You must really want a yukata. Hey, it's not like that. I just want to make up for that embarrassment we had last year. I'm ready to show them just how awesome we really are. Aw, that's just the kind of spirit I'd like to see. Though, it would be nice to finally have a yukata. Natsuki mumbles down under her breath. How about you, Richie? Are you okay with wearing yukata? Sure. I honestly don't remember the last time I wore one of those. Like, I don't know, I'm thinking of something, but like, something's on my mind, but like, I don't know, I thought it was, the outfit was given a different name depending on the gender, right? Because it's like yukata for girls, kimono for guys, or is that a misconception? I don't know. I feel like it's a misconception. I honestly don't remember the last time I wore one of those. Should be fun. Well, then it's unanimous. I'll pick up the yukatas for everyone tomorrow before Yuri comes over. Well, out of the way, let's wrap up this meeting. See you all tomorrow. Huh? But you just said we have school off tomorrow. That's only Yuri going to see you. I guess you got me there. Dang it, Sayori. You ruined her flow. You know how automated Monica likes to address us? Automated? Yeah, you know. Like, you always get her attention with your signature catchphrase. Natsuki clears her throat. Hey, everyone! It's time to share poems! She puts out her best Monica impression, even attempting to mimic her hand gestures. Hey, I already told you that's not my catchphrase! Yeah, Natsuki, chill out. I slowly pull my arms around Monica, pulling her close. Monica smiles, resting her head on my shoulders. See you tomorrow has just as much merit as being your catchphrase. Hey! The girls burst out into laughter. Monica shows me a way, her face turning to a pout. Just get out already! Oh, it's so cute. We all decided our president has enough teasing and proceed to gather our stuff. When I put my books in my bag, realization hits me. I have no idea where Natsuki lives. How the hell am I gonna go over to her house tomorrow for the cupcakes? Guess I could just follow Sayori. But her sense of direction can be pretty terrible at times. I closed my bag and made my way towards Natsuki, who is still packing her stuff. Hey Nat, I just realized you never actually told me where you lived yesterday. Was I supposed to? She gives me a bewildered look as while continuing to pack. Well, yeah. How else am I supposed to help you guys make cupcakes? You're saying anything about my house. We're making them at your place. Huh? Why? Don't you have all the ingredients? Yeah, but I can just bring them. It's fine. It just sounds like a lot of unnecessary work, you know? Well, my dad doesn't let me bring anyone over. Especially if they're a boy. Wait, seriously? Even if it's for school? Yeah, like that matters to him. Nothing I do matters to him. What? Natsuki finishes packing her bag, swinging it over her shoulders. Anyway, I'll be over tomorrow noon, alright? Huh? Oh, alright. I guess that works. I'm caught off guard by her question as my mind can't stop thinking about her home life. And I'll tell Sayori to stop by around that time too. Or wake up around the time in her case. Alright, well, see ya. She makes her way towards the door. Hey, wait. Don't you need my address? She stops, turning her head back towards me. No. I've literally been to your house before. We all have. Bruh. Damn it. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Sorry. I simply scratched the back of my head out of embarrassment. Natsuki rolls her eyes, mumbling the word dummy under her breath. She then finally leaves the club room. I don't know why I stopped her. My brain was honestly just looking for an excuse to delay her from going home. I let out a tired sigh. What's going on behind those closed doors, Natsuki? Hey, Richie. You coming or what? Serious obnoxious yelling from down the hall rips me out of my head. Yeah, I'm coming. I begin walking towards the door, walking past the front desk where Monica still resides. She seems to be finished up some writing. Probably boring club stuff. Oh, Richie? I stopped right at the foot of the door and turned around. Don't forget about patrol tonight. We have to make up for training day. Oh, seriously? Festival prep and patrol? You're killing me, Prez. What is it that superheroes say in comic books? Crime never sleeps? Now that's just not true. Out of all the thugs I've faced, only some have had bags under their eyes. So a good amount of them are getting easy 7 or 9 hours at night. Wow, that's impressive. Well, you know, I'm pretty good at spotting little details. Even hardened criminals have better sleep schedules than you. Monica sticks her tongue at me as dead and defeated. Okay, I kind of walked into that one. Richie, come on! Okay, jeez. I'll see you later, Prez. Bye, Richie. I walked out of the room tending to the desperate pleas of my childhood friend. Aw, that's actually really adorable. Alright. I think that'll be a good time for us to stop for now. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.